Feeling powerless with his power level of only 50,000, he remembers Wang's advice to check a 15-year-old report. However, he discovers he doesn't have access to the report due to his rank. He begs the librarian for access but is refused until the princess arrives and requests access on his behalf. After finding the report, Al learns that a merchant visited the Hanru village, which is probably Helen's birthplace, and found it in ruins, with evidence suggesting the involvement of Ouroboros, a powerful being that feeds on destruction and despair. The Ouroboros was only once defeated by his only enemy Mirage of the Holy Dragon. Fal says there may be a chance of the monster's return, so they kept it secret to stop their fear. The protagonist and the princess decide to investigate the village further and discover Lei. They both decide to visit the Hanru village, and when they reach there, they only find ruins. Suddenly Al hears a boy nearby who says that his name is Lei and he was waiting for someone who could hear him as he is a ghost. The farmer notices that the robe he is wearing is the same as the one that the ghost is wearing as well. Al tells him that his robe is given to him by a receptionist at Adventures Guild, whose name is Helen. Lei says that the robe is what he was wearing when he died and it was given to him by his father. He says that it contains magic, so Al suddenly wraps it around Fal, which makes her able to see Lei. The ghost boy says that Helen is his sister and she is the only survivor of Hanru village. The farmer tells Lei that his sister lost her memories, to which the boy concludes that it is understandable as the experience was too painful, so she locked that part away in her brain. Lei says that his sister is in more danger and they have to save her. He gets a flashback of the accident. The boy was practicing his knife skills in the jungle when Helen came to give him his lunch. Helen scolds him for playing with knives as he is so young, but Lei says that he wants to be a warrior when he grows up, and she just worries without any reason. Just then thick dark clouds appear in the sky. They quickly run toward the village, but when they reach there, it was already destroyed by Ouroboros. They start running back toward the jungle, but Ouroboros appears in front of them, stopping them both. They try to run again, but the evil dragon says that it is good as he is happy with their desperation. The dragon then corners Helen and is about to kill her, but Lei stabs him in the eye, distracting him. Ouroboros' attention is on the little boy now and says that he will kill him first and then stabs him with his magic. Helen quickly goes to her injured brother, who asks her to run away. Ouroboros is happy by their misery as he is feeding on their negativity and says that he won't kill Helen now, but he will appear again after 15 years and will destroy the village she will be staying in so he can feed on her desperation. Lei swears that he will not give up and protect his sister even after dying, and then dies in Helen's arms as Ouroboros disappears from there. In the present, Lei tells Al that after destroying a town, the dragon deliberately leaves a survivor, and when he wakes up from his slumber he again hunts down that survivor. The ghost boy says that the dragon is doing this because the survivor will tell others about the experience, which will create fear and despair. He added that he will find Helen now as 15 years are almost over, so they have to fight him. Al says he doesn't know if they can fight the Ouroboros, to which Lei says that if they just don't give it any power they will be just fine, as it feeds on negative energy, so it should get weak by the opposite. So if they just release more positive energy it will cost harm to the evil dragon. After listening to all this, Al throws Fal on his shoulders and runs back towards the royal capital of Magus. When they finally reach back, Al is relieved to find that the Ouroboros hasn't arrived yet. Fal says she will call the guards to take the people to safety and will leave Helen to him. Meanwhile, Wang is taking food to Helen but finds she isn't in her room. Helen is walking straight into the jungle with a knife in her hand. After reaching a certain place, black clouds appear and an evil dragon appears in front of her. The dragon says to Helen that he finally sees her after a very long time, and then Helen gets her memories back. The dragon tries to draw the negative energy in her and says how she could forget such an important event, as her brother died because of her. He then says that a lot of people will die today and asks Helen how she feels about it. The dragon added, "What are you going to do now?" That moment, Helen believes at what he is saying and decides to take her own life, but Al appears suddenly and stops her. The evil force is happy at the prospect and threatens to kill all the people in the city. Al arrives and stops her, and the enemy tries to throw him away. The farmer stands up and punches him, stating he is not only human but also a farmer. They fight, and Al's words of hope inspire Helen to fight back, and she stabs the villain in the end. Ouroboros then focuses on the farmer and hits him hard, but he stays safe due to his magical robe. He then retaliates and punches the dragon, which to everyone's surprise hurts the enemy. They fight again. This time the dragon uses his magical fireballs to attack, but the farmer easily dodges every strikes. Helen asks Al to stop as she doesn't want anyone else to die because of her. He says that it is not her fault and tells her that he met her brother today who sent a message to her. Al says that her brother said he knows she will blame herself after getting her memories back, but he won't regret saving her sister's life, and as she is the only survivor she should live a happy life. The message fills Helen with sudden hope, so when the evil dragon tries to attack her again he gets weak as she is no longer supporting negative thoughts. Al is happy that their plan is working and the dragon's status is dropping. Suddenly out of nowhere, Helen comes toward Al and stabs him. She smiles after doing it and then pulls out the knife. Al quickly takes out the healing potion and attempts to drink it, but the bottle falls. She gets this chance to attack him again and says that she should kill him now. The farmer is shocked by all of this and angrily asks Helen why is she doing this. She just says that she should take him out of his misery and runs to attack him, but a white strong wing comes and saves Al from the attack. They are surprised to see that it is a white dragon known as Mirage, the Ouroboros enemy. Mirage tells the farmer that Helen is being possessed by an evil dragon. He tells Al that he will lend him his powers, so Al can defeat the evil dragon. Suddenly a white light surrounds the hero, and after some time, when the light disappears, Mirage falls. He is worried about him, but the white dragon says that his body will not last much longer, and if the farmer can break the evil dragon's defense, he can purify it with the power he got and Helen will be saved. The evil in the dragon's body laughs and says that it is a pity that they care about Helen and can't attack her, but to his surprise Al suddenly hits Helen. The farmer says that he saw the plea in Helen's eyes and that she doesn't want to see other people get hurt because of her. Ouroboros says that he defeated that Mirage and now no one can beat him. He then attacks Al and tries to eat him, but Al's mind is only filled with thoughts of farming. The positivity in his mind causes Ouroboros to get weak. Suddenly Mirage stands up and says that this all ends now, then attacks and kills the evil dragon. The black cloud disappears from the royal capital as the farmer lies unconscious. Al wakes up in the guild and finds Helen and Fal by his side in the treatment room. He asks about the dragon, and Helen informs him that Mirage purified it with his power. She explains that Mirage also seemed exhausted and suddenly disappeared. The farmer is then relieved and was impressed by the news. Fal asks if they are talking about the legend, and he confirms it by saying yes. Helen then shows them her magical arms and says that the evil dragon left some powers in her body, as now her hands and feet turn into claws. She says that it feels strange at first, but then she realized that the power can be used to help people in the future. They are interrupted by the arrival of the master and 3 warriors, who inquire about Helen's well-being. They suggest having a party and say that the guild master should pay for it, but Al says that they will use the money palace will reward them instead. They all go out for drinks, and in the coming days, Al returns to his farming. A few days later, postman Rick delivers a letter to the farmer. When the hero reads the letter he finds that it is from his father, who has asked him to visit them in Lurugus. Al is thinking about it at first, but when he goes to the royal capital and finds that the vegetables came from Lurugus, as it is famous for its farming and excellent fertilizers, he decides to go there. He goes to the guild and asks Helen to pass his quest to someone else. Helen says she will take care of the quests herself, as she uses her magical claws to go now on quest and is now an F-rank adventurer. After confirming his holidays, Al comes out and finds that Fal is waiting for him. She asks to accompany him to his parents' town, but the farmer thinks that it will cause misunderstandings if he brought a girl to his parents' home, so he leaves quickly. He then starts his journey, and as he is passing through the jungle, he is attacked by a lust-filled male orc, but a mysterious girl saves him. Watch this next video. See you on the next one.